So the next step in the house is to install this beam so that I could take this wall right here out. This wall needs to go. So the beam is going to go from above here over to above here. So the way that process works is I get the beam up there and I set it up there and I mark where I have to cut the rafters, which are those 2x6s. Then I take a Sawzall, cut the rafters, slide that beam into the slot. Then, once that beam is in place, we're going to put these joist hangers up like this, up against the beam, to hold the rafters up. Once those are in place, then I take this wall out, and then I can take this wall out. This wall is here as a temporary wall, just in case something falls when I cut with the Sawzall. It keeps these rafters from falling to the ground. So that's what I'm doing this afternoon. This is the beam. So how these beams work, it's called a glue lam because you have these 2x lumber. On this one there's 5 of them. They're glued to each other with pressure. And then to make it to length and to strengthen it, how they're connected is through these kind of zigzag connections to strengthen the wood. They engineer it where there's a specific top and bottom. The bottom's not labeled, just in case you want to display it somewhere, but the top is. So I have to get it up there by myself. All right, this is the beam up in the ceiling. And what I'm doing is I'm marking each of these right here and then on the other side here so that I can use the Sawzall to cut a slot for it to slide right in. And I have the top on the top. So I just cut those grooves out and this wall became super flimsy. So this is the wall we're trying to get rid of anyway. So I'm gonna cut it right here, right there. I'm just gonna take this wall out, then I'm gonna finish keeping on going. So change of plans a little bit, but we're gonna get this wall out right now. All right, I just ruined that blade. This one right here?
Yep. See, I think the roof is pushing it down. There we go. Like.
Oh, I felt it release. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it's flat on that. And yeah, it's flat on that too. So we're in, we're good. This is the beam. This beam is in. So now we do the joist hangers. We got the beam in. It's not a very long one, but it's an important one. Goes all the way from over there, across to this wall over here. So the reason we have this beam is so that we could take the wall that was underneath that beam out. And now we have this bedroom. So there's kind of has a wall right here and it goes this way, not too far. But this is the bedroom. This is the door to the bedroom and this is the closet door. So this is how we're turning a 3-bedroom house into a 4-bedroom house. Originally, this room and that room were just one big room, and this was the door right here. And then this hallway had a shared closet between both of these rooms. I don't like hallways because they're a waste of space. So I took this hallway and made it part of this room here. So we have a bedroom right here. This will be a bedroom once it's cleared out, and I'm going to build a closet on that corner. And then this room is a bedroom, and there's going to be a closet right there. So, to recap on the process, what we did for this beam is I built this closet here with those 3 studs. That's reinforcing and holding up that side of the beam because there was no closet there before. And then I put in a temporary wall kind of right up here down to the floor so that these rafters would be held up. And then there was a wall right here. And once the temporary wall was in, I took that wall out and put the beam in. I used a Sawzall to cut through the rafters and then used joist hangers to attach the rafters onto the beam. And that's how you put in a beam. You just make the space and put it in, really. You just have to make sure the ceiling doesn't collapse while you're doing it. That's an important thing. So, my next project is going to be building 2 more closets. One for this room, and then one for this room.